Hey there. So let's say that you're trying to set up an alias for a user that exists already on a group that's called accounting. And here's how you would do that. I'm inside of the user right now. This is a practice user. Its email address is user@mapractice.com. So I'm just going to go into the settings for that. And inside of here, there'll be an accounts, and you'll see that there's a send mail as. And with send mail as, I can be able to set up an alias. The primary alias right now is the user@mapractice.com. You'll see that I can't necessarily remove it. That is the default primary alias for this account. But I can add another email alias if I wanted to. And I can call this practice user, or let's say I could just call it accounting. And then I put in the email address accounting at, and then mapractice.com. So this is the group name or the group and the group um, email address that I want them to be able to respond as. So I'm going to say, go ahead and use that, and I can go ahead and leave this treat as an alias thing, or I could be able to uncheck it. Then I'm going to hit next steps. I'm going to send verification. And right now there is a verification process that's being transmitted. And I can come back over here to the inbox and I can see that I received it from Google. I can copy out this code and then come back to the window that I was at, where I can be able to paste the verification and verify. Now back in those settings, and I'm going back into the settings the uh, for the user, and I'm now back inside of accounts. You'll see that accounting is reflected. And I'm not going to make it the default. It'll just allow me as an option to be able to send as accounting if I want. But I want to be able to flip this switch. You see where it says reply from the same email address that the message was sent to. If this user receives a message that was addressed to accounting and then the user replies, it'll automatically use this address accounting at MA practice. So that allows it to be kind of seamless for the end user. The user can just go and say, I'm going to respond to this, and it automatically picks the correct alias or the correct email address. Otherwise, you could always specify that I always want to be able to transmit from the same address or the default address, which is this user. And that's probably not what you want. Instead, you probably want this action to reply from the same address that the message was sent to. So if now I'm back inside of the inbox, I try to compose, you'll see that there's now a drop down that I could be able to select that I could become accounting at, and then I could be able to transmit the email. To the end user, all they see is accounting at. And that's true once the email is received on the other side. So if the recipient is looking at who a message is from, they see it as accounting at, they reply, it comes back to accounting at, and then it gets distributed to all the people that are part of that distribution group. Any and all questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.